Hey everyone, thanks as always for tuning in. We're going to take a look at the newly released knife from Zero Tolerance. This is one of their factory customs done in collaboration with the amazing knife maker Dmitry Singovich of Belarus. And this is the 0450FC for factory custom, DAM for Damascus. So 0450FCDAM rolls right off the tongue. But this is a really cool piece. It's got kind of an interesting backstory, at least for me. Some things for me to kind of geek out on as a knife enthusiast. So I'm not going to go through like detailed stuff about the 450. It has been out for a few years. It is one of their best sellers. If you guys are watching this video about the 450, chances are you have it, probably already own or have owned a 450 or have at least seen and heard of it and watched other videos on it. So we're just going to talk about what makes this 450 pretty cool. So show you guys real quick what it ships with. One of the limited edition. It's got the factory custom sticker on it, certificate of authenticity. If you guys want to pause it there, look at the specs, you're certainly welcome to. But again, all the same, well, most of the same stuff as the production version, as far as the specs and stuff go. But all right, so again, collaboration with Dmitry Singovich. He's an amazing knife maker. His customs are mind-blowingly good, but so far out of my price range, it is not even funny. So we've got the Devin Thomas herringbone Damascus blade here. Very, very cool piece. We'll talk about this a little bit more in a minute. We have these titanium handles, and they've been giving this, I don't know, interesting squarish pattern. This one's also been coated with a gray PVD to dial in the color. My assumption was so that it ties in with the kind of silver here in the blade. This stuff etches amazingly well, great contrast, but I don't know, the color wise it really ties in and helps to kind of accentuate the cool pattern of this herringbone Damascus. So and the pattern, I believe, was designed by Dmitry Singovich as well, or in collaboration with him, something like that. But it still has the KVT ball bearing system, still has a stainless steel lock insert. This one has some blue standoffs, aluminum, blue anodized, good color. Works certainly really well with this one. And these are $400 direct at retailers. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the Zero Tolerance factory customs or limited editions, they sell in a very specific way. There's an email blast that's sent out, so you just go to their website, you sign up for the email list, and they will send you a list with the dealers that it will be sold at, and then these knives are sold at a specific date, at a specific time, at specific dealers. They will not sell to you beforehand. They will not sell it to you over the phone. They won't let you buy more than one at a time. And that's the process. So if you guys are, again, not familiar with the brand or, that kind of whole system, that's how it works. And, it was sold, they all sold today, or they went on sale today, July 12th, 2018, at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which was 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is my time. So all right, let's look at this a little more detail. Now, here's two kind of fun facts here. We'll do some fun facts about this knife. One, this is the first Zero Tolerance to be done in a full Damascus blade. They've had some ones that were partial Damascus blades that were, bronze or copper fused with a piece of normal steel, like a M390 or some sort of Vanek steel. But this is the first one done in full Damascus. Now, Kershaw has done knives in full Damascus. I'm certainly aware of that. This is the first ZT done in full Damascus. And, if we're not talking, there's some weird one-offs out there in the world. Again, I'm aware of those. Those were not full production runs. These are, I don't know, full runs or larger runs or more than just one. So there's that. Now, the other fun fact is this herringbone Damascus is actually from the same billet that produced the infamous Zero Tolerance 777 that had the herringbone spine and then again was fused with a different steel at the bottom. So came from the same billet. Apparently the story is that they were looking through their steel inventory and it just got pushed to the back at some point and someone found it and they thought, what can we do with this? And here's my guess. The reason it ended up on this knife is probably because that steel, the steel that was left from the billet was probably not a huge piece, and so when you're looking at kind of a smaller piece or leftover steel, and you're saying, hey, how can we get a decent number of blades out of this piece of steel? Well, a smaller knife certainly makes sense as compared to a larger knife. Plus they had these parts coming in from Dimitri anyway, so it probably just coalesced into kind of this cool piece right here. So those are two fun facts. First full Damascus blade on ZT, and it uses, or it's made from the exact same billet as the 777. So ties into the ZT kind of heritage and allure of that ever famous knife that people keep wanting him to bring back. So anyways, that is the blade. Again, dimensions and jimping and flipping action, same as all the other 450s. Fantastic pieces. All right, move on to the handles. Now, Dmitry Singovich supplied all the hardware, so he either made these in his shop or oversaw the production of these pieces in his home country of Belarus. So the pivot and I believe the body screws, they're all done kind of the same finish, the same color. Slightly unique, still use Torx, so you know, not too far off from, you know, kind of the standard hardware, but a little different. Then the handle designed by him or designed with him on this, you know, for this specific knife. So again, the blue standoffs. Oh, Dimitri also produced the pocket clips. Now the reason these are coming out at the tail end, you know, usually with the factory customs or the limited editions, they introduce models by kind of releasing those, which, you know, again, kind of builds hype, makes it really exciting. These ones have come at the very end. Well, we're not at the end by any means, but they've come later. They've come in a few years after the standard production runs. And the reason was it actually took 2 years to get Dimitri to finally, you know, produce and get these parts to them. Which is why they're coming out now, and which is why we had 2 back-to-back releases, is because they finally got the parts in from him to do these special builds that they have been talking about, planning, or working on for, you know, like 2 years now. So, you know, timing-wise, that's the way it worked. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the knife. I mean, again, I think this is kind of like the ultimate form, with the really cool steel, with the nice machining on the show side, with the, you know, kind of cool customized hardware that was produced by Dimitri. I mean, this is the only stuff I'm ever going to own that was actually produced or created by Dmitry Singovich. Again, his custom stuff is just in such crazy demand that, and commands such incredible prices that it's way out of my reach, which, you know, is fine with. I'd rather carry something that I'm not, you know, afraid to carry. So yeah, great job. I think it's a cool piece. It's, you know, certainly one of their best sellers in terms of the new designs here outside of the Ken Onion era. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's really not much more to talk about other than that. Again, the 450 has a lot of different versions out there. You've got this one, you've got the prior factory custom, you have all the normal runs, and you know, you can go out and pick up, I think they're what, $2 or $220 for a normal version, up to $400 for this kind of ultra premium version. So there's something for everyone if you like this design and size, which honestly you should. So alright, we'll leave it there. You can follow me on Instagram for more daily content. As always, appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate the kind of the fun and enjoyment you bring to the hobby. So I'll see you guys in the next video.